A young physiotherapist named Valerie Taylor came to East Pakistan in 1968, but due to the evacuation of foreign personnel in the Liberation War, she was dragged away, even although she dearly wanted to remain. On her return to the new Bangladesh, Valerie admitted 2 paraplegic patients, for whom there was no satisfactory treatment in the whole country. Valerie nursed, treated and rehabilitated the 2 men, and got them home to their own villages. So, the concern for spinal injuries patients was implanted in her own heart. Her work continued and grew as the CRP was born, the Centre for the Rehabilitation of the Paralysed. With a population of over 140 million people and smaller than the UK, Bangladesh is one of the most densely populated countries in the whole world. I've gotta tell you. This documentary is a collection of video footage and photographs taken by my Uncle Brian last year, and also from my cousin Ian's video footage from his trip there 3 years ago. This building is the Redaway Hall. Appropriately, first of all we see scenes from the physiotherapy department. The CRP is a training school for physiotherapists and occupational therapists to a degree standard in association with Dhaka University. Many of the injuries are extremely serious. Patients come into the hospital and many of them are put on skull traction. You can notice the mirrors which enable the patients to be involved in their care and their treatment. The hospital has the most wonderful children's unit for disabled children. A large part of the children's therapy is all about rehabilitation. Many of the children require special aids for their treatment, and in fact all of these aids are manufactured by CRP on site. Another incredible aspect of CRP is the special needs school. Here many of the patients are significantly disabled. The children are given a good education and are helped to become useful members of the community for later in life. As you can see, the hospital has a fantastic library facility where patients can help with their rehabilitation by learning and furthering their education in all aspects of life. The patients also get the opportunity to learn tailoring skills and also embroidery work. Here you can see some of the wonderful embroidery work that is created in the women's unit at Gonackbari. The unit has its own printing press where records, letters and other materials are produced for the hospital. This is also where the cards which you can see on display in the foyer are printed. Occupational therapy is very much part of the healing process. Here the patients are making up paper bags, swabs and other treatment materials that are used. Creative arts are also another huge part of the rehabilitation process. Ibrahim, who lost his arms after falling from a pylon and was left paralysed, has incredibly learned to draw and paint using only his mouth. The hospital makes all its own wheelchairs and its mobility aids. Each and every one is built to an individual specification. This footage is of the metal workshop and of the carpentry shed. To see Here you can see Valerie demonstrating that comfort is also a part of the process. CRP also has an electronics workshop to help patients gain new skills so that they can be reintroduced into the workplace when they leave. Patients can also take computing classes, learning a range of word processing and database management skills. For some, this is a key part of their rehabilitation process if they are ever going to get back to work. In the prosthetic department, they pretty much make all of their own artificial limbs and aids, including back supports and all other prosthetic appliances. When my uncle was out last year, an ex-patient of the hospital, Anwar Hussain, who works for Oxfam, returned to make a donation of 4 new sewing machines to help add to the hospital's resources. Even although many of the patients are confined to wheelchairs, it doesn't stop them from having a game of basketball. Even those patients who are confined to trolleys often enjoy a game of bowls or even quoits. Sports and leisure play a key role as part of the patient's rehabilitation process.
Heaven on earth, we need it now.
The hospital grounds are home to a large garden nursery. Here plants are grown in large quantities for sale to help towards funds for the hospital.
Sick of sorrow, sick of the pain.
In front of the hospital is a large swimming pool. This is used by physiotherapists for water and swimming therapy for spinal injury patients.
Peace on earth.
There is a small shop in the hospital where many of the products made by the patients can be sold.
There weren't many trees. Where there was, we tear them down and use them on our enemies. They say that what you mock.
For some patients, the last part of their rehabilitation is to move into a halfway house. This village is situated within the hospital grounds, where patients can learn the everyday skills required to move back into their own home and their working environment.
If you're going hard, you won't get hurt.
These are just some remarkable scenes from a wonderful place. And as a tribute to a remarkable lady, Valerie Taylor, OBE, who holds the Bangladesh Medal, the most prestige award in the entire country.
No, who's wise? No one cries like a mother cries for peace on earth. She never got to say goodbye, to see the color in his eyes. Now he's in the